back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back.
Okay, Coach, well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Get set. 19. Get the boys down. He's coming. You good, man? He's not going to get me. Let's go. Come on. Check 24. Watch 24. Check. 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 Get it back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Watson with a give to Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
47's the mic.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 95 yards, and the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and goal, Jacksonville.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Here's Foles. Screenplay, Anderson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go, D. Check 13. Check 13.
Fournette, a first down carry. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Foles, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Set to valve. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
That's fielded in the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10. Mike, 40-yard line.
I'm on. 2-6. 44 is the Mike. Get him. 59. Alert 3.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
It's our time. 44 is Mike. Check.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
X3, 218.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Check.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. On 2nd down, it's Miller. Spinning away. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They tried to get the edge there, no edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. And you know what the sideline gives you as a defender? An extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 87 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
29.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 45. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Watch the slant. Oh, try. 44, Mike, 45.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 94. Mike,
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
58, right there. Pick me up. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 44 at the mark.
Watson on third down. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Down. 70. Indy.
3 bucks.
Get it.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Fournette fighting through. Gets through, and now an opening. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the 6-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Set. Go. Here we go. He's coming. We got double up. Watch it. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, echo. Set. Watch the safety creep. Slam. Let's go.
Now Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Ready? 90 Wolf. 41 Mike. 61 Matchbox Light. Shoot.
Fournette running out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
5.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 4-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Minshew flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Minshew sets to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hey, high 7. Check 15. Go.
On 4th down, Minshew. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A big run there by Johnson, 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check 99.
Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. On 2nd down, Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They go to Johnson again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd and 9, Watson being chased out left. He'll run it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Alert, alert.
Now it's Watson.
Come on.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow. Hey, 31. That's it. 44, Mike, 44. I'm going to run you. 54. I'm going to run you over.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans push further out in front.
Get the boys down, he's coming.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
with emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars.